This is a clip from Certified Baron. Check the description for the full episode.
I need to know because it's been bugging me and nobody has talked about it because we were saving it for the podcast. At one point, we split up. I don't remember why we split up, but you guys started talking to an Italian woman or something. What was that?
That was when
What does that mean?
Yeah, that was
What does that mean?
Because Julian and Boo got to see an Oblivion encounter that I have usually, and I'm like, oh, good, they're here for this now.
Because
someone else was there. I thought.
The only thing I've heard
Charlie
about
was
this
there?
entire.
I don't think Charlie was there. I don't remember.
It doesn't matter. It's not relevant to the story.
Yeah. Either way, we split up. And you guys kept talking about Oblivion Encounter without saying anything because you were saving it for the podcast. And it's been fucking bugging me because we didn't have time because we got too fucking wasted last time we talked about Chicago.
There's a few
I
things.
need to know. What the fuck is Oblivion Encounter?
Isn't that just the guy that goes, hey, you three women? And then there turns out it was some birds?
Yeah, that, basically. It's when you're just walking, minding your own business, and then you're encountered with a strange person.
Yeah.
And they want something from you.
Yeah, and they start talking to you.
She literally offered me a quest, and I was like, no, thank you. And we went back in.
Wait, but what happened?
We were walking back to the Airbnb, and there was this old woman out in the front, and she looked at me, and she went, they have my mail. I'm like, wait.
Oh my God.
She goes, they have my mail. The mailman, he should have been here, but he doesn't. He has my mail. Have you seen him? Like, no, I haven't seen him.
I can't. At the moment, at the time, this is just like, oh, strange person. But like listening to the words you're saying in that order and remembering that is exactly how they said them, that sounds like an NPC about to give you a quest.
Because she started offering it, like, oh, like maybe we could find him. Like, we don't live like this is an Airbnb. Like, I don't know.
Quest added.
Yeah, but she was a nice Italian lady, and she started
Mamma mia.
she started dropping a bit of Italian, and then she started guessing everyone's ethnicity.
Oh, boy. Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Like, she didn't pull out the
was it like
calipers.
racist or?
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to like guess ethnicity neutrally, but she went for it. She's pretty accurate.
Most of us were white.
But she like looked at Boo and she's like, like you tall, like maybe Nordic, like, oh, you look Italian too. I'm like, yeah, he's quite large because he has Roman centurion genes passed down from strong breeding stock. And she's like, oh, okay. And she's like nodded sagely.
Holy shit. You just
I think there was enough of a language barrier that I think like
you could have said anything.
yeah,
and
no,
she'd be like, oh.
you started using word like that. Like, what did you say, Mandy? Because you lost me, and I understand you. I'm still lost.
Well, we said a lot of things. I knew like a bit of Italian to say like very basic things to her. Like I was like I could say like, oh, that's nice. I speak a little Italian. I don't speak much Italian. It's like, oh, Benny. It's like, yeah, I have like 2 months of learning Italian and phrases I learned from Assassin's Creed, and that's about it. I could say Requiescat in pace. I wasn't going to say that to her. Because I wish I could remember who else was there, because like she went around and was just like,
Who was there?
I remember because Julian, like, we had stuff
there.
We had audio stuff to set up our jank setup for the podcast recording. And like Julian was also like tired. He's like, we've got to get inside. And so he's like dropping hints like, we gotta, like, oh, we should probably get going. And she looks at him. She's like, oh, I see. You want to get away from crazy old lady. I see how it is.
It's like whenever you end whenever you're talking to an NPC and you end the dialogue tree too early and they get ad and they're like, hey, I'm not done talking to you yet.
She called herself crazy old lady.
Yeah, like
she did.
She was sharp. Like she knew what was happening.
Damn.
Yeah, she was
like
on
Julian's
it.
like, trying to make an exit, and she's like, I see exactly what you're doing.
She knew you thought she was fucking crazy.
I didn't think she was
you're
crazy.
so
I just
mean.
thought she was weirdly talkative and I wanted to fucking leave and sit down.
It was also my fault because like the second she started talking to us, I was so fucking happy. I was like, thank God they'll finally see it happening in person. So I kept like encouraging the conversation to continue. I'd be like, oh, tell me about those mountains. and she'd start telling us about the mountains.
The mountains.
It's like
I
when
need
you're-
more information about the Citadel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I kept asking
What do you need to
questions
know?
like that.
What can you tell me about where we are right now?
Tell me
I was
about the
like, oh.
Reapers.
It's like, oh, that lady up there is strange. It's like, yeah, she mean. Don't listen to her. Have you heard any of the latest rumor?
Is mean. She was so
was
mean.
mean.
She was mean, yeah.
She kept yelling at me. I don't know why. Every time I was outside like cooking.
You have the gay
she
hair.
would get
I think
so-
that was like,
dude. She would open her window and look down at me and be like, "Some people work." And then just close the window and I'd be like, and we were literally talking at like the most normal like voice like this
On the 4th of July.
on the 4th of July. And she got so pissed.
Dude,
She was
I
so
wanted her to
mean.
look down at you, see what Julian called the gay hair, and go, I know what you are.
Close it.
I fucking wish. That'd be incredible.
Oh, fuck.
Unfortunately, she was not bigoted. She was just mean.
No.
What?
hey,
That's worse.
She was mean.
We don't know that for sure.
But yeah, you're right.
My headcanon is that they just decided not to show that side of themselves.
I mean, she could have been. I learned a bit about the local election from Italian lady, but I forgot all the details of it now. Because I remember at
What?
one point, yeah, because at one point I was just like trying to make this drag and seeing what I could get away with. So I was just asking like really generic questions. And at one point, verbatim, one of my questions was, can you tell me about the latest rumors? And she went, and started telling me about the election of like, because we saw some signs for it like in the grass. I don't know what it was for. It was like a local, some local something.
I think it was around like the municipality or something
Yeah.
was having an election.
Yeah, so I was just
Yeah.
like, can you tell me about the latest rumors? And she went off and started telling me about the election.
Have you heard anything?
Dude.
Do you have a job for me?